Hi, babe. Hello, love. How you doing?
Who, girl? I'm showing up.
Who, doggy? It's been a while.
I know. I missed you.
We missed you, too. It's good to be back. I was listening to our last episode and thinking, oh, it's been too long since we've just sat down and talked about this process of pleasure, of journeying through a commitment to pleasure.
Yeah.
And how far we've come. Lucky 13, episode 13. And we just keep going. And what has happened in the last 13, 12, whatever episodes? So much has happened.
So much has happened. Honest to God, I feel like in a completely different place. I feel like a completely different person. A lot has really shifted since we started this project.
What are the big things for you?
I would say awareness. I think committing to this pleasure practice and inviting this approach of curiosity and presence has really shifted perspective for me in a lot of ways. We go about our days so autopilot, and really, this was kind of like a commitment to self-love and care and creation. And I feel like I've been able to find myself in moments of pain and redirect those thoughts towards more pleasure-filled experience of just this human life. And I've really been able to celebrate some fucking sexy and sensual shit.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, a lot. And it feels like art. The whole process feels like art. Sometimes I'll sit down to a painting and have this idea. And then the process of putting the paint to canvas, it totally changes shape from what I thought it was. And I feel like I'm adding new colors to my palette and expanding the vision in ways. I don't know if that makes sense, but...
No, it definitely does. And that really resonates with me of this, I feel like this exploration through pleasure has also become this different kind of intimacy with pain.
Yeah.
Because it is such a thing for so many people, and it's definitely a thing in our lives. And it has been both physically and emotionally in the foreground in the last year for me. Working through the grief of losing my brother and a challenging relationship and just feeling physical pain, just wicked neuropathic pain, shoulder pain, and navigating that while I'm investigating pleasure has been such a rich and profound and wild and unexpected and an emotional fucking journey. And just this allowance of truth, I feel I feel this, there's this deeper understanding of just being in the moment and being real with what I'm feeling, allowing it to be what it is that wasn't there before.
Yeah.
And not trying to hide from it or escape from it as much. Surrendering to it and letting it be a part of, letting it coexist with pleasure has been huge. I don't have to be totally consumed by pain. And there can almost be this exquisiteness in it where it's sometimes with the heartache of my brother, I'm I've been fuck, this hurts so bad. And at the same time, where the exquisite part comes in is I get to feel this because I loved someone that much.
Yeah.
And because I loved someone and I still love someone that fucking magnificent.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that like dance with pleasure and pain is like it's so rich when you're just like, yeah, I'm going to let myself really feel this. And instead of putting myself in this like victim-y place with it, I'm going to see how fucking beautiful it is.
Yeah. And I feel like I've really shifted from when I think of pain, I think of like contraction. I like physically contract to the pain. I grind my teeth. Like there's this visceral reaction. And since I've been trying to add layers of being able to sit with that, like, okay, if I'm in immense pain, can I trace my fingers across my face in a way that feels good to redirect that thought pattern? Or like, and that flavor, that added ingredient to the experience is so expansive, and it allows me to like melt deeper into the feeling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rather than like you're bracing for it or like, like pushing up against it and it's stealing your breath and it's stealing your sense of calm and relaxation. Like there are moments where I felt that same thing of like, ooh, I am holding, like, I am just like, up against this shit and I'm tense. And then I take a moment and I like do like, just like you said, like something simple, like tracing your fingers in a way that feels good or like having this breath that's just like, like fucking luscious breath.
Hmm.
And it's so like just that, is like such a gift to give ourselves and is so grounding. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, yeah, that's right. I am divine. As much as this sucks ass to feel this,
Yeah.
like I'm not going to let it take my divinity and my like peace so much.
Yeah.
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 What is this shirt you're wearing? Don't be a lady. Is that Gaga? Who is that?
No, this
I can
is.
only see eyes. I can only see like from the
I
eyes up.
know. It's so
Like,
good. It's Stevie Nicks. And it says, "Don't be a
right.
lady, be a legend."
Love it.
Yeah. She's great.
She is fucking great.
And I feel like, this show, this space, this container has given me more autonomy. It's given me more freedom. I feel release, not only orgasmically, but like to be seen, to be heard, and wow, that like makes me emotional. To read the responses from people who are really resonating with what we are saying and to hear their thank yous for us just sharing our stories, like, which is something I have felt so called to do for so long. And I've just been so scared to show up in a world that like has told me that my story maybe isn't worth hearing or listening to, has been healing in ways that I struggle to put into words. And I am so eternally grateful for that over anything else, I think. And like, if we only go another 10 episodes, like, I will be forever grateful for that awakening and that validation.
And that courage. Like, I mean, like that, like stepping into that makes me think of the shirt you're wearing. Like that Stevie Nicks energy of like, I'm not going to be quiet and I'm not going to do it the way you want me to do it. And I'm not going to be scared of my voice and my truth. Like I even like remember with Stevie Nicks, I was talking with, oh, my dad, love you. He's on the other side of the veil now. He's been gone for like 6 years, but he was talking shit about Stevie Nicks one time about how she was like a slut or something. And I was like, who fucking cares? Like, it's like
Also, go you.
yeah. And also like, you don't need to be a lady, whatever the fuck that means. Like, be a legend. Like, yeah, if she wanted to, she can fuck whoever the fuck she wants to. And she's still like, that doesn't negate her talent or her worth or her impact. I'm so glad that my dad never like had anything negative to say about the way I lived my life and like my open sexuality. That means a lot to me. But there was definitely that moment of him like talking about this legend woman where I was just like, Dad, come on.
Yeah.
We're really that's what we're gonna care about right now. Is that she had a good time? Because if she were a dude, we wouldn't be saying shit.
Totally. If you were talking about her male rock star counterparts, like the facts that they're fucking groupies backstage has nothing to do with anything. But
Oh my God. Can you imagine? Like, yeah, no. Mick Jagger was, I'm sure, is still getting his dick sucked backstage and nobody's saying shit about it. So chill out.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe he's finally slowed down. He doesn't seem to have been, though.
I don't know. I live under a rock, but I'm sure it's all still a good time.
Oh my God, that man is impressive. He's still like hopping around on a stage like he's 14 years old.
Yeah.
But yes, like I had the same thing and I still do. Like, this is an exercise in sharing your truth and the beauty of that and the importance of that for your own spirit and for what it has to offer the world. And it is a journey to be like, to not give a fuck about, saying the wrong thing or making a mistake or how you might be received. You don't do it for that. You do it first and foremost for yourself. And I'm glad that we get to do it together. And I feel the same thing, that it's life-changing. And I hope it's helping other people. It seems to be. So that's cool.
I love to hear that response. And I think I'm still trying that practice, right? Like, it feels so different to be here with you and like just be able to share one-on-one. And that feels like, it doesn't even feel like an option. Like, I feel like I need to do this. Like, it's so soul fulfilling to me to have these conversations. Yeah, but I promise I will show up more on social media. I'm working on it.
Nah, you're good, dude. For real.
The worst.
Not like, whatever. We're figuring out, and this is part of the process, is like figuring out how can I do this with joy, Like,
Yeah.
like if you're not going to do it from a place of joy, what's the fucking point?
I know.
And so like, that's what I've been trying to tackle with everything is like, and that's what this podcast is helping me unveil. That's what just like the things I'm doing in my life are helping me unveil, is like my truth and not abandoning myself for anything or anyone. And leaning into this like sort of mantra or way of life that's like, how could this be joyful? Like, what's the engine behind this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been learning a lot from my friend Maureen, and I'm doing a course in miracles, which is really fascinating. Like, have you heard of this before?
I've heard of it, but enlighten me.
It's like it's a daily practice that is like a process of like reclaiming your peace, of like how to reclaim your peace. And it's largely through the lens of Christianity, and I'm not Christian, but the way that she frames it is very like, all right, we're going to change the pronouns so there's not all these like capitalized he and him, and we're going to change God to the divine or to the universe or to, whatever. And so I really appreciate that there's not this like, there's not like that like super Christian-y approach that can be off-putting.
Yeah, feels accessible.
Yeah, it feels accessible, and it feels like we were talking the other day about like just about this same thing that like what to be mindful of the engine behind what it is you're doing. Like, is this coming from a place of joy? Am I motivated by something authentic within me? And does this feel good? Or am I like forcing this? And, so I think that's another thing that like this podcast is part of for me is like this reclamation of purpose in that way that I'm like, this can be joyful, this can feel good. And it's called pleasure bound, which is just perfect, like just the act of doing this is pleasure filled.
Yeah. Yeah. But even that, like, I mean, this did, like, it's been such an active reminder to invite pleasure into all the spaces, right? Like, even the bits that sometimes feel like work, there is this constant reminder of like, okay, come back to joy, come back to what feels good in this moment. Like, how do we bring that all in to even the heaviest of workloads,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You texted me, like I texted you and I was like, what do you want to talk about today?
Yeah.
And you had texted me like, okay, well, I want to talk about like our journeys, thus far with this episode and like how far we've come. And then you had also shared like the desire to protect and express yourself.
Yeah. I'm emotional today and always. So
That's cool.
hello. I have been moving through insane amounts of like trauma, repressed trauma, just abandoned trauma, like just shit that I've shoved down. And I've been unearthing it. And I honestly thank this container for part of that acknowledgement. But what it's brought up a lot is for most of my life, I have had a very skewed definition of safety, and I have sought validation and like protection even and provisions externally. And becoming paralyzed, I was not really able to, or there is more of like a helplessness feeling in when it comes to like providing those things within for myself. I was always really independent before my accident. But I remember in the episode that was the first episode after Nathan's passing, I believe, and you were talking about how for the first time you were beginning to define a sense of safety within yourself. And it really landed for me because I feel like we are in survival mode so much. And we've talked about how as women, we really need to feel safe to be able to open up and receive. And part of our daily lives as quadriplegics is receiving care. What a blessing, what a burden, what like all the things. And so there's just really been this dance for me of, okay, how am I feeling in my body right now? Am I feeling safe enough to express the things that need to be said? my self-worth has totally elevated. Like, I'm in such a different place. I feel worthy of being heard and being seen. But now I'm selective of who gets to receive my energy. And I don't want to give that away as freely as I did, because I got to a point a couple weeks ago where I just felt like I was fucking bleeding out. I'm
Mm.
giving and giving so much that, like, I'm losing myself again. And so for me, it is this awareness, this acknowledgement, and this practice of, okay, where am I holding? Where, how am I grounding amidst all the chaos that I have to juggle and navigate? And like, the most important thing for me is to feel secure in my state of being and my state of mind. And from that point comes the ability to discern whether or not the environment, the person, whatever that is, like, it allows me to approach it with intention and protection. It's a very long-winded answer to what your question was.
No, it's not. It's perfect. It, yeah, man, I feel like, I mean, obviously, I get that on so many levels as a woman, as a disabled woman. And as a woman, like figuring out a sense of sovereignty and
Yeah.
what that looks like having boundaries in place and knowing what self-preservation looks like, knowing like what giving in a way that's authentic and true feels like, and what's too much. Like what's pouring an empty cup out, and what is filling your cup and then sharing it in a way that feels good. And what is fucking saying no uh in a
Yeah.
way that feels really damn good. And in a
Yeah.
loving way too. In a way that's like, no, like I think Prentice Hill says, like, boundaries are how the way that I can love you and me at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's I'm paraphrasing. They of course say it better, but yeah, it's like I think it's such a hard thing um as a woman or as someone who requires a lot of care. It's a hard thing to like wrap your brain around, the knowing that even though you need care, you still get to decide what that looks like.
Yeah. I mean, at times, like, I had to let go an employee this morning, who had like lied and uh violated my sense of security. But I mean, her last couple of shifts, like, although I had
Is
set
that this the one that we
expectations,
talked about?
no, she's still around.
Oh, this is a
Um,
different one.
yeah. Um, my borders, my like sense of security have really been threatened lately. And I mean, I'm doing what I can to survive, and I am in a safe space. There are just things that I would shift if I could. And right now I just don't have
Well, and
anyone
that's
like
the
waiting in
other
the wings.
exactly, like, that's the other part of it, is that, like, yes, we get to decide, but there are fucking consequences. Like, it's not that easy to just be like, "Get the fuck out." Or to just be like, "No, I can't work with you anymore," because you need help. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't just say go, even though you so badly want to.
Yeah. Because you still fucking rely on this person
Yeah, you need
to
help to
get into
function.
bed or go to the bathroom, like, whatever
It's
it
a
is. Yeah.
Yeah, that type of good care is a privilege.
It's
Being well
such a
taken care of
privilege.
is a privilege.
Yeah.
All of these things that we think are just like, you know, a birthright, they're not.
No, what a
Like,
blessing. What a blessing it is to have care. I mean, I can bitch about my care, but at the end of the day, I always find myself bitching and then it breaks through with gratitude because, like, I'm lucky to have someone. Like, they're
but I don't think that I think it's important to be real about like, yes, I think that's important thing to do is to be grateful. Abso-fucking-lutely. But don't spiritually bypass the truth that, like, you telling your truth about how this is fucked up and hard is helping other people, and it's important. It's shit that people need to hear. And it's also honoring yourself. It's saying, like,
yeah,
no, I'm allowed to be pissed off right now and hurt because this shit is hard. I don't need to, like, wallow in it, but I can still let myself feel it and, like,
yeah,
honor that because it's so complicated. This is hard. Being a quadriplegic, having the type of needs that we do, needing care, needing to rely on other people, not having autonomy, not having agency, losing
not having
independence.
access.
Yeah, like, m having everything being harder from keeping your body clean, to eating a good meal, to spending time with your baby in the way you want to, it's hard, and it can break you the fuck down.
Yeah,
And at the same time, we do have a pleasure practice to come back to celebrate ourselves and to find the goodness and to, like, but I think all of it is so important.
it is. And it's such, it brings me back to the episode with Jim where, like, he was expressing the importance and, like, I hate to use this word again, but, like, expansion that came from finding himself in spaces within the disabled community. Like, to have that camaraderie of peers who understand and who fucking get it, like, that's invaluable. That is priceless currency. Just to be able to, like, listen, share, and, like, be like, I see you because I know this truth and it fucking sucks. And, like, also here's a little sprinkle of what I do in these moments that helps me. Like, that is so sexy. Like,
Yeah, that gets
that's
you through the
beautiful.
day.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna pick you up when you're, like, in the, like, "Oh, this sucks," like, "This life is beating me down right now. Shit is hard." Those are the relationships that pick you up, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Here, bud. It's not all bad all the time, I promise. Yeah, and I'm gonna validate the shit out of you right now because
Yeah.
it ain't easy." Yeah.
No, it sucks to go through those moments.
Yeah, and I remember making friends with people with disabilities and at the same time, like, discovering, like, I'm a person with a disability. Damn. Like,
I'm
this is,
still getting that.
like,
Yeah.
it's huge. Like, it's such a huge layer of self-acceptance and self-love and radical self-love, as Sonya Renee Taylor says. Like, that is part of the recipe of radical self-love, especially when you live as a marginalized person in our culture, is, like,
Yeah.
being with your people and connecting with your people to show you how to do life and how to love yourself through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, making relationships with disabled people was a lesson in how we can love each other better, how we can learn to love better and care for each other better and see, like, oh, this is how this person needs care. Okay. Like, as Jim, like, just like
Yeah.
Jim said, like, this isn't wrong. It's just different. This isn't
Yeah.
worse. Nothing is better or worse. It's just different. And that's awesome. And how can, like, how can we show up for that? This is a call for love. Are we going to show up for it?
Yeah.
Or are we going to be like,
Yeah.
nah, that's inconvenient. Nah, that's not normal.
God, like, and how do we help? How do we advocate for each other? Like, there is such a call to action to me, and I feel like I've always had that, but like, just like I survive my struggles. Like what able-bodied strangers look at me and see like, oh, I'm so sorry you have to go through that, or like the pity, and like the
Mhm.
like, oh, I'm so glad to like
Your
see that
life
you've
must
made it.
suck.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's gotta be so fucking hard. I can't imagine. Okay, well, don't then. Like, but also like I don't know. There is this like to see the group of us come together and like it almost feels like a middle finger sometimes to like the onlookers. Like, fucking check it out, man. Like, here we are existing, showing up because this life is worth living in
Oh
the bodies
my.
that you say are not worth it. Like, no, watch us fucking dance. Watch us like fucking paint each other's bodies with paintbrushes in our mouths because our hands don't work right, or like whatever that
Yes.
is, like let's have a fucking
Yeah, it
yeah.
is. It's two middle fingers in the motherfucking air. And at the same time, like saying like, no,
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 like I will not hide in my house.
no apologies. And at the same time, it's two hands over your heart saying, yes,
Yeah,
I am enough.
yeah,
I am worthy. I am lovable.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
know it.
Yeah, that voice, like I gotta turn the volume up on because it does feel like a force some days to really go up against, you know?
Hell yeah.
I mean, I know you know.
You know, I know.
I want to ask you what has been a major highlight of this journey.
A major highlight of this journey. This right here. Like seeing how far we've come and that we're still going. And feeling like my voice shifting throughout this and feeling I think a big one for me is this learning to honor my truth.
Yeah,
Yeah, like that feels like the big work for me this year is what does it look like to follow my intuition and honor my truth unabashedly, courageously, and just let the chips fall where they may and like letting go of the outcome.
yeah,
This has been a big um this has been upholding that and like highlighting that as my work. And it's so leading me towards more pleasure in my life. I've been feeling this like energy lately that is so like I feel like something is calling for me on a deeper level with what it looks like to be an orgasmic human in this body.
yeah,
And just in the last like 2 weeks, my body's like, there's another level to this exploration that you're being led to. Lean in and really fucking listen and get quiet.
yeah,
And because that is an element of my life that I know is possible I know expansion is possible there.
Yeah.
And it's really, it's something that I know my spirit needs, is to like feel this rapturous pleasure again. And like
Yeah.
up to this point, it's been like, like this like little like sticking my toe in and like, going down this path and this path and this path. And now I'm like, there's another layer here that I'm not diving into yet. And it's right there. I'm on the precipice
Yeah.
of like a deeper level of like tantric awakening type shit.
Kundalini.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm here for, is like this next level rapturous, orgasmic, pleasure-filled life
I love
shamelessly.
that. Yes. 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 Yeah. Yeah.
Like it was before. And not like
Yeah.
it was before in the sense that I'm going to compare it to that or like chase that or, do that whole thing, but in the sense that like I know there's more here.
Yeah. Like the zero fucks given aspect, I feel like is a thing. Like that whole shamelessness, like, yeah, to really drip with everything that
Oh.
you've got.
You just made me think of our song Drip for Me, our theme song.
Yeah.
And Gabe's going to be on soon, you guys.
Oh, we're so excited.
It's so exciting. You guys are going to hear from Freaque, aka Gabriel Rodrick, or Gabriel Rodrick, aka Freaque, who does our music for the show. It's very exciting. And he's a dear friend of mine. And the three of us are going to have a little chitty chat. It's going to be great. Yeah. Drip for Me. What a song. Like that dude, just fearless, creative expression. That is so like vital, and like I watch him and I'm like, thank you for doing that, because it's giving me permission to be that nasty.
Right?
I
He's such a
like it.
permission slip and
Yeah.
like is such an artist. And that is so beautiful to see. Um, I was talking with a friend today about artistic spaces and how you find more like, I'm just going to say colorful people within those spaces, more open-minded. And he was like, why do you think like we gravitate to those spaces? And I was like, because art is like what you fucking make it, right? And like this life can be art, but like in a space like where art is had or created or even just conversed about, like it's a conversation. It's not an expectation. It's not like a standardized thing. It's open to interpretation. It's like you get to fucking live this life however the fuck you want to live it. So show up like with all the colors of the wind. And who cares if someone doesn't like that piece of art? Like you made that and it was
Oh,
a
wow.
feeling for you. And I
Let
think
your
that's
flag
important.
fly.
Yeah. Thank you, Freaque, for like that
Mhm.
permission slip.
Yeah. I think that's just like that's what I'm into, is like these conversations just um more and more like giving us and our audiences more and more permission to lean into our weird and let it be out in the open and normalize whatever it is that needs normalizing, and let loose whatever needs to fly, because it feels really good. And it's like what's on the other side of this expression of truth is so much liberation. What's on the other side of this, um, of feeling good?
Mm, yeah.
you know, of allowing ourselves to feel good.
And also being able to witness it all, like showing up, sharing our voices, even listening back to it while we edit these episodes, or like sharing on social media, like the visibility of it all. Like, I was having a super cringy night a couple nights ago, and I was talking with my caregiver about something, using the mirror in another way that evening, and she misinterpreted me and thought that I wanted it in that moment, like in the shower. And I was like, you think I want a mirror in the shower right now while I'm in my most sacred space, like watching you wash my hair, and like where I wish that I was being alone, and like you just want me to like see this reflection? And I was like, okay, ego. Yeah, that's actually exactly what you need to fucking do, is like allow yourself to witness this moment of like authentic fucking grief, frustration, pleasure, play. Like, I started having fun with it, and like lit candles, and I had her like take pictures of her in the shower with me, like looking in the mirror in this like sacred moment. And so to really like allow yourself to see it all, like, and love it. Like, even if it's the things that make you cringe, or the triggers, or like the traumas, like to learn to embrace, accept, and just like acknowledge that that is a truth, gives it worth of a conversation, you know?
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Oh man, you guys, this has been a good one. We needed to come back to these conversations. We needed to have a little touchback, and I'm so glad we did.
Yeah.
What else, Kate? You want to close it out?
I'm excited for what's to come. I still feel like we know that we want to continue going. I don't know that we have a destination per se on this pleasure bound journey, but super glad to fucking be here, and super grateful for all of you. So grateful for you, Kels, and Peter, for making all this happen. So, yeah.
Grateful for you too. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for being here. Love y'all.
Love you. Bye. All right, you sexy humans, that's a wrap for this episode of Pleasure Bound. Go forth, be tender with yourself, and push your edges a little. If you liked what you heard, subscribe, share, or leave us a review so more humans can get a taste of this messy, magical journey. And if you want to go deeper, join our Substack for all the extra goodies that are waiting for you. We'll see you there, always learning to feel more alive.